Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Reaching the Right People Lead Gen Strategy for LinkedIn. My name is Michelle Eisenberg, and I am a program assistant at the Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center. And for those of you who may not know, the Nasdaq Center is a nonprofit building a better path for entrepreneurs worldwide by improving inclusion, access, and knowledge in entrepreneurship. And so, as you will see in the chat in a moment, the Nasdaq Center provides programs, resources, and exceptional mentorship to entrepreneurs across all races, industries, and geographies. So definitely make sure to check out those links and resources in the chat. And then just a couple of housekeeping items before we get started. First, let us know where you're dialing in from in the chat. We always love to connect. And second, we are going to be taking live Q&A throughout the entire event. So please make sure to submit your questions for us as they come up in the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen throughout the presentation, and we will try our best to get to all of them. And of course, none of what we do could be possible at the center without all of the amazing support from our sponsors, including Nasdaq, Lehigh University, Bank of the West, Airbnb, KPMG, Wilson Sonsini, Woodruff Sawyer, Microsoft Entrepreneurship for Positive Impact, BPM, and HubSpot for Startups. We are humbled by their contributions and hope you are grateful too. And so before we get started, we always like to launch a couple polls to see how everyone in the room is doing today. So I'm going to launch this first poll, which asks, how are you feeling? Fearful, anxious, surviving, or optimistic? And I'll give it a few moments for everyone to submit a response here. Thank you, thank you. Awesome. I'm going to end this poll and share these results. Looks like optimism's in the lead. We always love to see that, but we do have feelings of fear, anxiety, and surviving. Hopefully, our topic today will help address some of those feelings. I'm going to stop sharing this poll and launch the second poll, which asks, what is keeping you up at night? Finance, sales, marketing, scale, pivot, team, or surviving? And this one just tells us a little bit more about your current entrepreneurial needs so we can continue providing relevant content. Awesome. Texas, Michigan, Illinois, California, Georgia, Tennessee. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Great to see you all dialing in. All right, I'll give it another moment or two. All right, I'm going to end this poll and share these results. Sales in the lead, finance right behind. All right, we will take this into account. Thank you all so much for participating. I'm going to stop sharing this poll. And without any further delay, please join me in giving the warmest welcome to our special guest, Jon James, CEO of Ignited Results. Jon, it is such a pleasure to have you here with us today. I'm going to hand it right over to you.
All righty. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what part of the world you guys are in. I'm honored to be here. My name is Jon James. I am the CEO of Ignited Results, and we are a digital marketing agency, and we are headquartered in Reno, Nevada. And our specialty lies in teaching you guys how to build your business using LinkedIn. So today we're going to be talking about how to grow your business using LinkedIn, artificial intelligence, and video marketing without spending a single dollar on running a paid advertising campaign. So how many of you guys are interested in that? If so, please raise your hand, stand up, give me 50 squats, whatever is easier. Or you can just say yes, yes in the chat, because I'll be looking at the chat. You can hit me with a yes, yes. Beautiful, beautiful. Dante, Tasha. Wow, you guys are fired up. Okay, listen. Oh God, I love this chat. I'm gonna have fun with you guys. Okay, so be sure to stay to the very end, because at the end, I'm going to give you guys a gift that we usually charge $350 for. We are going to give you guys a free LinkedIn Power Profile Optimization. This is going to be a document with your LinkedIn profile on it. And we're going to recommend all the tips of where you should be optimizing your profile. And we are not just going to tell you where, but we're going to write like copy and paste this here and put this video there and put this image there. So there's a lot of thought and time that goes into this. So make sure that you stay until the end so that you can claim your free profile optimizer. This is special. This is unique only to the Nasdaq entrepreneurship audience, okay? Because we do not usually do this. So stay until the end. Also, you're going to want to stay all throughout the presentation, and here's why. I'm going to give you tips, tricks, and ideas that you are then going to write down on a form at the end. And when you complete that form, that is how we will know exactly how to optimize your profile properly, okay? If you're excited about that, oh, I already see it in the chat. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so here's our agenda. First, we're going to talk about why LinkedIn, right? Like, what's the big deal? Why is LinkedIn the place to be? Why would you want to use LinkedIn to grow your business and all that exciting stuff? We're going to talk about artificial intelligence. Anyone who knows me can tell you it is hard to have a conversation with me without me talking about AI and how it influences our world today, not in the future, but right now. I'm going to give you guys some frameworks that I created at Cornell for how you can use AI like really quickly for content creation and different parts of LinkedIn. We're going to talk about how you guys can create a power profile. So you're going to walk away with that knowledge where you can look at other people's profile and go, you know what? Like this is how this is what you need to be doing to optimize your own profile. Then we're going to show you guys how to find your target audience, and how to message them persuasively. Don't you guys get tired of messages on LinkedIn that propel you and push you away, right? We're going to show you how not to be that person. And it's funny to me because I had a Zoom call with someone yesterday. It was a collaboration call. We started talking about LinkedIn. I met her on LinkedIn, messaged her on LinkedIn. And it was funny because in the middle of the call, she goes, yeah, I hate when people message me asking for meetings and blah, blah, blah. And she didn't realize that she asked me for a meeting, but I set her up in the inbox and then I showed her how. She's like, oh my God, I need to hire you guys. Okay. So we're going to show you how to craft your messages in a way that you're actually magnetic to your target audience. I'm going to give you a 4-step framework, and all of that is really part A. So those first 6 bullet points, if we cover all of that, we've won. Okay. What you see on the right side of the screen, all that's bonus stuff. Okay. All that's bonus stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. In the end, I'm not going to sell you guys anything. In the end, I'm going to show you what we do as a done for you LinkedIn marketing service, because people always go, what can you do for me? So we're going to show you what we do as an agency. And if you want to reach out to us, you can. But again, you're going to have a free gift at the end. Please make sure that you take advantage of the free gift because it is very valuable.
Hey, John, we just had a quick question from the audience. Are these tips, relevant not only to revenue generating startups, but to nonprofits as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you're looking to generate revenue, this is going to be useful for you. If you're looking to simply build your authority on LinkedIn so that you're positioned properly to any audience, this is for you as well. If you're a nonprofit, same thing. You're going to want to target your audience the right way so that they follow you, they trust you, they're engaging with you, etc. So this will work for nonprofits alike. Does that make sense?
Awesome. Thank you so much, John.
Okay. All right. Beautiful. So I'll tell you guys a little bit about my story. In fact, I'm going to tell you a different story. This is a story that I've never been able to share, but I think it's relevant for today. I'm one of those people. Okay. I'm one of those people where, you believe in like you visualize something and you can manifest it. I'm one of those guys. So bear with me. In 2017, I was standing in front of the Nasdaq Entrepreneurship Center in San Francisco because at the time our office was right on Market Street, 995 Market Street, right up the street. And so I'm standing down there. My assistant has her phone. She shoots a video of me, and I talk about an upcoming talk that I'm giving at Nasdaq. And she goes, "Do we have anything on the books for Nasdaq?" And I'm like, we're speaking the future into existence. That was 2017. Here we are today, my first talk to the NASDAQ entrepreneurship audience. So this makes me absolutely flipping thrilled, right? I get paid to hit stages, but for this stage, I'm golden. I'm honored to be here. Since then, from 2017 until now, we have represented over 100 different industries on LinkedIn. Forbes invited me to become a contributing author. So many of my articles are about LinkedIn and how to build your business, how to build your nonprofit, how to build your authority using LinkedIn. I'm also going to be going into some natural language processing models and how you can use artificial intelligence in order to build your LinkedIn profile and do your prospecting. Thank you so much. I think that's Cassini. She says, "Way to manifest, John." Beautiful. I love it. All right. So we're going to go forward again. Stay to the end, and you will be able to grab your free profile optimization offer. All right. So let's dive right in. Why on earth should you be on LinkedIn if you're a nonprofit? Why should you be there if you're a for-profit business? Why should you be there if you're a YouTube influencer and you're looking to switch over and have a paying audience, right? So here's the deal. Over 930 million professionals are now on LinkedIn. So I still get the question to this day, is my audience on LinkedIn? Of course they are. There's almost a billion professionals there. Over 80% of decision makers, be it someone who's going to hire you as an employee or someone who's looking to hire you as a consultant, everyone is going to check you out on LinkedIn before they make that final decision. LinkedIn gives you visibility for free the way Facebook did in 2011. I'll be showing you more of that later, but when you make a comment on LinkedIn, my goodness, your first, second, and third degree connections see it, and their first, second, and third degree connections see it also. That is a lot of free visibility. It's kind of like the way Facebook was in 2011 before they started making you pay to boost post. LinkedIn is also a free prospecting tool because you can find a very specific target audience, reach out to that group, and if you're messaging them the right way, you're going to be landing meetings. If you're messaging the right way, you're going to have butts and seats in your events and your webinars. If you're messaging the right way, you're going to have people following you and reading your newsletters and things like that. My favorite aspect of LinkedIn is it is super appropriate and totally okay to talk business, to talk money, to open up a conversation and invite people into a Zoom call with you so that you can close deals, win business, win proposals, or even drive people into your e-commerce or your digital downloads and things like that. It's an appropriate atmosphere to do something like that. Whereas other platforms like Facebook are really not set up for that. Okay. If that makes sense to you, give me a yes, yes in the chat. If you're doing 50 push-ups, let me know in the chat. I'm right there with you. Beautiful. Thank you. I see you guys are well engaged. So we're going to talk about the new way of doing things, because the old way is just not working anymore. The old way of networking, chambers of commerce, calling your friends and family, who do you know that can refer me business? Like all of that is the old way, right? So today we're going to be talking about the new way, artificial intelligence, LinkedIn, video prospecting, etc. So let's buckle up and let's go forward. How many of you guys have used ChatGPT yet? Hit me up in the chat. Yes? How many of you have heard of ChatGPT? Yes? I'm having a love affair with ChatGPT. Oh my God. We spend a couple of hours each night together before I go to sleep. So I use ChatGPT for everything. Sometimes I ask it how I'm feeling, and I think that's a bit much, but one day it's really going to give me an accurate answer. Okay, we've got another one in here. So we've got Dante saying he is also using Google Bard. Beautiful. I might cover that a little bit as well. ChatGPT. Somebody says, I don't trust ChatGPT. No free lunch. Hey, let me tell you something. Your data is out there everywhere. Um, Here's why you want to use ChatGPT. Personalized messaging. Okay. You can use it to create messages with a conversational tone. I'm going to give you a few frameworks for that as well. You can use it to analyze other people's LinkedIn profiles, and it will recommend keywords and things like that so that your conversation is taking on a more natural tone. You can use it to design follow-up sequences on LinkedIn. You can use it to prepare responses to objections. You know what? I had somebody hit me up on LinkedIn. They responded to a message that I sent them, and their response was this. Here was their response. Thank you. That was their only response. I went to ChatGPT. I gave it that conversation from the feed. I go, you know what? Write this person a message for LinkedIn and nudge them about having a meeting with me. It wrote a message. I did a little editing, popped it into LinkedIn, and the lady responded with her email address. Okay, so it's very powerful. If you haven't started playing with it, please do so. All right, so I'm going to give you guys 3 secrets today. Secret number 1, how to ignite your profile. Number 2, how to ignite your prospecting. Number 3, how to ignite your content, because content is going to build your authority. Content converts prospects into customers and clients. Content is how you stand out. Content is king. All right, so let's go forward. Number 1, how to ignite your profile. So the first thing that you want to do, I'll walk you through some of these slides, and then I'm going to actually hop onto LinkedIn and show you a couple of things. The first thing that you need to think about when it comes to crafting a powerful profile is, what's the point? What is the purpose of your profile? What message do you want to send to the world? Why are you actually on LinkedIn? Don't create a profile for everybody. Please don't do that. Take some time and think about who your target audience is. If you're a startup, who are you serving? If you're a startup looking to position yourself to raise investor capital, you need to tell that story inside of your about section of the profile. In fact, I'm going to give you a nugget right now. You can take your story, copy and paste it into ChatGPT, and say, ChatGPT, rewrite this story based on the hero's journey. Based on the hero's journey. Do it later, not right now. And when you have ChatGPT write it based on the hero's journey, it's going to create this adventure, right? The hero's journey is how movies are structured, how best-selling books are structured, where, you know, you were that guy struggling to lose weight, you're watching X-rated content online every day, you're depressed, and then boom, you have this awakening, right? And after you have this awakening, you go and discover this program. You take this program, you drop 100 pounds. And today I'm here to show you guys how I did it. Like, that's the hero's journey. That story arc is in every best-selling nonfiction book. Most movies are based on that. ChatGPT will rewrite your story based on the hero's journey. All right, so 3 things. What's the purpose of your profile? Gain clarity on that. Who do you want to attract? Angle your profile to a target audience. Number 2, think about who you want to attract. And number 3, ladies and gentlemen, please treat your profile like it is a landing page. Treat it like it is a website landing page where you have a call to action there and people can reach out to you to get more information.
Hey, John, we just had a
Yes.
quick question, quickly jumping back to ChatGPT for one moment. What are your thoughts on, using just the free open source version versus paid? And, if you could maybe talk a little bit about kind of the return on investment, for, considering maybe a one-person team versus a larger organization.
Absolutely. So the paid version is pretty much just as effective as the free version, or vice versa. You can get by with the free version. Here's the deal. ChatGPT has a lot of users. I don't know how many they have right now. They launched in November of 2022. By the time they hit January, they had exceeded 100 million users. So there's a lot of people using it, and it crashes a lot on the free version. This week in particular, ChatGPT, the free version, has been down quite a bit. I didn't know because I have a paid version. Right now, it's $20 a month. It is worth its weight in gold, and it allows you to access the higher versions of ChatGPT before it's available to the public. Like right now, you can access ChatGPT 4. So I would say the return on investment is definitely there, even if you have a team, but it depends on what you do. It depends on what you do. I have heard of people like sharing a login. I'm really not sure how effective that is. But again, if you have a team, more than likely it is worth making the investment into the paid version just because you don't want it to be down when you need to use it. Okay. Does that answer the question or?
Awesome. Thank you so much, John.
All right, beautiful. If this is valuable, if you guys are still awake, excited, give me a yes, yes in the chat. And oh, I do see that popping up in the Q&A. Beautiful. Oh my God, I love you guys. Sam, Rhonda, Latanya. It's moving so fast in the chat, I can't keep up with all the names. Beautiful. Thank you, Marie. All right, so listen, on LinkedIn, please have a professional headshot. Even if you're using your phone, just have a professional headshot, okay? You want to have really good lighting because if the lighting sucks, the whole picture is going to look off. I don't care how well your hair is done. You want to make sure that you have good lighting. Now, you can have in the background image, you can have action photos. So we had a lady once who she made custom jewelry in her backyard. She had a shed set up in her backyard, and she was a custom jewelry designer. So her background image was her like hunched over, chiseling away, making the jewelry. Okay. So if you can show what you do for a living in your profile in the banner image, great. If you're a public speaker, show yourself speaking. If you are an award recipient and you have photos of that magical moment, show yourself on stage. If you have been featured in New York Times and ABC and all these wonderful things, place those media stamps, those logos on a Canva background and put it into your LinkedIn banner image. Profiles that have customized banner images receive 21 times more views than profiles that do not have a headshot and a banner image. So it is definitely worth doing. Here in the bottom right, I've given you two tools that you can use. Canva.com or Vista Create will help you create those custom banner images. Okay. Next, we go to the headline. The headline. So where's my LinkedIn? Because I want to show you guys. Here is my headline here. Okay. Now, you want to make sure that you have a headline that is client facing, a client facing headline. That means that in the beginning, you have your job title. In the middle, you have an outcome statement. And at the end, give people a reason to follow you on LinkedIn. Now, this is one framework that we use as an agency when we are designing our clients' LinkedIn profiles. But there are more frameworks to be used. So I'm going to give you guys an article right here. If you Google my name, Jon James Forbes or Jon James Forbes ChatGPT, here's an article that I wrote for Forbes. Inside of this article, I actually give you a little guide right down here. You can literally copy and paste these 5 frameworks. You can copy and paste them into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is going to write a powerful LinkedIn headline for you. In fact, I'm going to ask you guys, throw your LinkedIn profile into the chat. Go ahead and throw your LinkedIn profile into the chat, and I'll grab someone's with your permission. Let's see. Marina, can I take a look at your LinkedIn profile? Okay, beautiful. Thank you. She gave me a very quick yes. Graphic designer and brand mentor. And then you have your email address. I actually like this. I actually like this profile. There are some things we can add to it. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at you, Marina. Okay. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to take your headline. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to go into ChatGPT. I just want to show you guys this really quick. I'm going to say, here is my LinkedIn headline right there. And it's gonna probably give me a compliment, right? Because it's nice. It says that's a great headline. Oh wow, it actually doesn't always give a compliment that way. Myrna, you do have a good headline. All right. So I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna go over to this Forbes article. I'm gonna grab this one, this first framework. I've given you 5 in the article. I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT and I'm gonna say, write my headline based on the framework below. Let's see what it does. Boom. Graphic designer, transforming brands with creative excellence. Stay updated on design trends and industry insights. Myrna, what do you think? Hit me up in the chat. Do you like it? Okay, so these are some of the things that I do and we do as an agency with our clients one by one. I literally just showed you guys, and I actually never show people this ever. First time ever, I have opened up the vault and shown you guys our AI secrets and how we are leveraging AI. But as you can see, here's what we did. I'll just show you really quick. Copy and paste your headline into ChatGPT. Then you tell ChatGPT, rewrite my headline based on this framework from the Forbes article. I'm going to grab this Forbes article and just throw it in the chat for you too. Okay. Now everyone has that Forbes article and you can use that as a cheat sheet. Okay. If you're excited, if this is making sense, can I get a yes, yes, whoop, whoop in the chat? If you want to take a photo of yourself doing 50 squats, drop it in the chat. Yes, thank you, Myrna. Thank you, Tasha, Dante, Rhonda, Sam. Oh my God, I love you guys. All right. The more excited you guys are, the more excited I get. That's kind of a warning. Okay. So let's move on to your About section on LinkedIn. So there's my headshot. I just took a $20 photo at JCPenney's. There's my background image. I'm going to be giving you some tips in just a second. But let's take a look at the About section on LinkedIn, because I want to show you guys how to treat your About section as if it were a landing page of a website. Okay, how to treat your About section as if it were a landing page. So start with a compelling opening. You can ask a question. You can start with the USP, the unique selling proposition of your company or your value proposition, but have something in the very beginning that is compelling that will make people want to read the rest. Okay, feel free to list your expertise and achievement. Now, this might sound obvious, but there are so many people that do not want to highlight their skills and accomplishments because they feel icky. You know, they're like, I don't want to feel like I'm bragging or anything like that. No, brag. Like, I have a client, she's the first PhD from Purdue University, right? And another client who's the first PhD, I think it's in linguistics, first female PhD. Like, you need to tell the whole world that, because how many people can say that? One person, right? So feel free to brag about yourself. I see it right there in the chat. 3 people have already said, that's how I feel. Like they don't want to brag about themselves. Listen, do it. You have my permission. You now have permission, right? Go to your LinkedIn profile and brag about who you are, because you're flipping awesome and you need to tell the world that you're awesome. Incorporate keywords into your About section that are relevant to your industry, because LinkedIn's algorithm does use SEO, right? So if you have appropriate keywords in your About section, your SSI score, your social selling index score, is going to increase on LinkedIn, and that's going to give you more free visibility. It's common for our clients after about a year, they're ranking in the top 6% on LinkedIn based on their social selling index score. And you can log into your LinkedIn account to find your SSI score. So incorporate keywords there That way your profile is going to get found. Second thing is,
John, we
what
had
you see,
just a quick
yes,
question from the audience related to this about section. What are your thoughts on writing in first person versus third person?
beautiful. Okay, I like them both, and it depends on who you are. If you're the CEO of a large company, third person, right?
Mhm.
If you're a consultant and you really want to engage with your audience, make it first person. For most of you, it's going to be written in the first person. You're going to have the bullet points in there so that you keep it clean and neat. And you're going to include things like your Calendly or your calendar link or a lead magnet where people can get in touch with you, right? So in the end, you want to have your calendar link or a lead magnet where they can download or upload to get free information. That way you're treating it like a landing page. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's super helpful. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. And I see the chat and I see the Q&A, so I'm trying to keep up with both, but I thank you, Michelle, for chiming in there.
All good, doing great.
Okay, now the final thing is, and I touched on this earlier, ladies and gentlemen, tell your story, right? It's meant to be sold, not told. Like, sell your story. The way you sell yourself is to tell your story. I told you part of my story today, which is pretty vulnerable for me to actually tell you the ridiculous story about standing in front of Nasdaq shooting a video for an event that wasn't on schedule, right? But it's my story. And by me telling you that, I'm showing up in an authentic way. So tell your story, be vulnerable, be authentic, because nothing persuades like authenticity. Tell your story inside of your profile, and people will reach out to you. I change my profile from time to time because I just get bored with it. This is what I do for a living. But when you tell your story, even in your headline, you can drop something personal at the end. Like I used to say, I absorb lots of green tea and meditation in my spare time. And people would always hit me up on LinkedIn and they're like, oh my God, I meditate too. What kind of meditation do you do? So you humanize yourself when you're sharing these personal things about yourself. And here's the big secret: you start to attract people who are similar to you. And that makes it easier for you to close sales. Okay, the last thing that I'm going to cover here is your profile section on LinkedIn. And the featured section of your profile, excuse me. In your featured section, make sure that you're adding media. You can add links, white papers. If you have done any LinkedIn Live talks, add a link to the LinkedIn Live talk inside of your featured section on LinkedIn. So I'm going to go, for example, here's my featured section here. And I've got different links to media, different links to my LinkedIn Live, and it's color branded. So if you have branding for your color scheme, go ahead and make sure you're using the same color flow in all of your posts and inside of the featured section. So right here in the featured section, that is where you want to share media, LinkedIn Live talks, white papers, links to downloads, and things of that nature. So that's the profile section. Okay. I've got two more sections to show you quickly. I'm trying to give you guys a lot because I want you to really walk away like sincerely with the tools that you need. And remember, stay until the end. In the end, you get my free gift where we're going to write your whole flipping profile for you. And a lot of manual and human thought is going to go into how your profile should be positioned. Okay,
John, could
so
I ask a quick question about for the about section? Can you talk a little
mhm,
bit more about the keywords and kind of like how you can determine what will resonate most with the right people that you're trying to reach?
yes, okay. So when it comes to keywords, I'm going to use the example, and you guys can write in the chat and let me know what your industry is, and I'm kind of scrolling that, and I will use that for examples as well. But inside of your about section, think about the keywords. If someone were searching on Google and they're searching event producer, right? You want to have event producer inside of the keywords. I see another person is talking about leadership development, right? If that's your jam, then literally put leadership development in the profile. My recommendation is going to be this: go to ChatGPT and give it your about section and ask it, what are some keywords that are competitive in my industry. It's going to give you those keywords. And then you take those keywords and incorporate them inside of your about section. Another thing is this, go to buzzsumo.com, buzzsumo.com, and you can give BuzzSumo information about your industry. It too will recommend to you top trending keywords. It will even give you topics to write about that are phenomenal. Take those keywords and place them into the about section. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah, awesome. Love it. Thank you.
Okay, beautiful. So I took a look at one profile and we did that as an exercise. I'm going to keep going because I want to keep in step with time. Michelle, how are we doing on time? Give me a time check, please.
We're doing all good. We have about 22 minutes left.
Oh, nice. Okay, so let's go into step two, how to ignite your prospecting. How to ignite your prospecting. So here's what you guys want to keep in mind. First of all, now that we have thought about our profile and we have rewritten our profile in terms of who we want to attract and who our profile is designed to attract, who we want to become magnetic towards. Now that we've done that, and this is why we're going to write your profile for you with the free gift at the end, because at the very least, I want to make sure you guys have a proper profile that is just killer. Okay. So now that the profile is rewritten, we have to think about your target audience. And once we identify the target audience, I'm going to show you how to do something better than 99% of people on LinkedIn. I'm going to show you how to create powerful messages that are natural, that are persuasive, so your audience actually wants to speak with you and wants to get more information, wants to meet you on Zoom and move the conversation further. So let's start with finding your target audience. Please hit me up in the chat now and let me know job titles of your target audience. So hit me up in the chat and just say, I do this for a living. My target audience is that. Okay. I am a chiropractor looking to attract athletes. Whatever the case may be, go ahead and write it in the chat. And I'm going to pretty much open up Sales Navigator. And inside of Sales Navigator, event planner targeting coaches. That makes sense. Let me go with that right now. Someone said they are an event planner targeting coaches. So I'm going to open up Sales Navigator. First, I want you guys to know how to actually get Sales Navigator. So when you're in LinkedIn, you can click on business. That's going to pop down to sales solutions. Click on sales solutions and get your free trial of Sales Navigator. Okay. Now I'm going to open up Sales Navigator here and I'm just going to hit enter. And we've got a blank screen here. So we have an event planner, and the event planner is looking to target coaches. So here's the deal. Because you're an event planner, we're going to go over here to current job titles. Let's build a lead list. I'm so glad this is being recorded. I know I'm going fast, but that's because my wish for you is when you watch this recording, you can run the whole show. Right? If you want to hire an agency like ours, reach out and we'll do it for you if you don't have the time to do it yourself. But I'm going to give you all the nuggets on this call in the 19 minutes that I have left to do so. So under current job title inside of Sales Navigator, let's type in, I don't want to type in coaches. Here's why. If I type in coaches, I'm going to get baseball coaches when I know you really want business coaches. So I'm going to go with business coach. Okay. We even have a recommendation here, which is business coach coaching specialist. I'm going to include that. I'm going to go with executive coach. Did I miss the? I sure did. There we go. I'm going to go with executive coach. So I'm building your lead list, right? Building your lead list in real time, executive coach. Now, I'm also going to make some suggestions here. Let's go with thought leaders, because there are many thought leaders that need an event planner just like you to help them find and get booked for events. So here's our lead list. Our lead list is pretty big at this point. 150,000 people. That's too flipping big. The riches are in the niches. So here's what we're going to do. Let's go to geography, narrow this down to the United States. We've now narrowed it down from 150,000 down to 60,000. From here, I want to go into the spotlights. You see the spotlights in the bottom left corner. I'm going to click on spotlights. I'm going to narrow this list down to people who have posted on LinkedIn in the last 30 days. That's going to narrow the list down from 60,000 to 14,000. Okay. This is a tight list. This is a list that, as an event planner looking for coaches and thought leaders, I would begin reaching out to this audience. Okay. This is the thinking that goes into how you target and create a lead list. Now, keep in mind, when you create this list, you want to then save the list. You can click on people one by one and save them, or you can save the entire list. When you save a list, LinkedIn will save that list, and once a week, it's going to update the list with people that match your target audience automatically. That way, if you want to log in for 15 minutes a day and message people, great. If you want to log in for 15 minutes a week and message people, great. If you want to hire us and we message people for you every flipping day, we can do that too. It just depends on where you are in your business and with your time. Now, let's also look at one more thing. I want to narrow this list down even further and go to people who have been mentioned in the news, right? And that's going to take this list all the way down from 150,000 people to 49 folks. So for the person, and forgive me, I did not catch your name, but feel free to let me know who you are in the chat. Whomever put this into the chat, whomever said, I'm an event planner looking to attract coaches, let me tell you something right now. Screenshot this. This is a money list. This is money coming into your bank account very soon. Screenshot this list. Here's why. If I'm a coach or a thought leader and I've been featured in LinkedIn News, I'm either a big deal or I love the publicity. I've got some money to pay you. Reach out to this list right now, message everybody, and tell them about what you do. Invite them to connect with you. Follow up with a very warm thank you note first. And then after that, follow up with a very soft introduction about who you are and what you do. I'm going to show you right now how to write that soft introduction about who you are and what you do. Is this valuable? Give me a yes, yes in the chat. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my God, I love you guys. Okay. All right. So this is how you use Sales Navigator. Now, I can show you much more. I can spend 1 hour just on Sales Navigator. I've done it before. All right. But this is enough for you. Right now, you know how to build your profile. Now you know how to find your target audience. Okay. Now let's talk about how to message that target audience. And you know what? I'm going to give you guys a link right now just so you have it. Michelle, please go ahead and put in the chat the link where everyone can claim their free gift. I'm going to give it to you now just so you click on it and save it. But please stay with me here in the presentation. Michelle, go ahead and give them the link for them to claim their free LinkedIn profile optimization document. So the link will be there. It's ignitedleads.com/NASDAQ. ignitedleads.com/NASDAQ. You have that link. And in fact, after you claim your free gift, because some of you are asking, like, how do we get together one-on-one? After you claim the free gift, it's going to prompt you and give you instructions for how we can meet. So let's go ahead and hop back into this. You now know how to build a lead list to reach out to the right people. Let's talk about how you should reach out. The person who is an event planner, can you share your LinkedIn profile in the chat? And Michelle, if I missed it, if you know who that is, please let me know. Will the event planner please stand up and share your LinkedIn profile in the chat?
Searching now.
Is that Rhonda? Yay! Okay, I see you, Rhonda.
Awesome.
All right, Rhonda, love the headshot. We're gonna make some recos, some recommendation on the background image, but I love the headshot. So I'm going to do this, Rhonda. I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to my mistress, ChatGPT. Forgive me, that's what I call her sometime. I'm going to go to ChatGPT, and this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to open up a new chat, and here is my LinkedIn headline. Okay, that's a great headline. It effectively showcases your professional achievements, etc. Okay, so we have a headline, but I'm going to tell ChatGPT this. I'm going to say, a thought leader connected with me on LinkedIn. Okay, please write a warm message using the hook. This is going to be in my next Forbes article, these frameworks. Hook, relate, bridge, call to action framework. Now, before I show you this, I'm going to explain what this is. Hook, relate, bridge, call to action. So, Rhonda, you're an event planner. So I would say something like this. Hey, Stan, I see that you're a thought leader. Congratulations on having so many followers. You've hooked them. Okay. Now we want to relate. As someone who's constantly working with thought leaders, I'm sure you're probably busy writing your content. Now you're relating with what they're going through in their day. I'm sure you're busy planning content for your audience, and now you want to go to the bridge. My name is Rhonda. I help thought leaders like you win big stages for your presentation. That's the bridge. Now comes the call to action. Feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to have a quick 15-minute introduction call on Zoom so that we can get to know each other and explore synergies. Okay, that's hook, relate, bridge, call to action. I don't need AI, okay, and you don't either. So AI is a bionic arm. It lets you do things faster, but listen, frameworks make the game work. I'm giving you the framework so that if you never log into Chat GPT, you got this, right? You can listen to this recording and you got this. Hook, relate, bridge, call to action. Hook them with their name, talk about what they do. Relate, talk about their daily struggles. Bridge, start to kind of flow towards what you do. Call to action, give them a reason to reach out. Hook, relate, bridge, call to action. So here we are, back to ChatGPT. Is the whole message here? Yes. A thought leader connected with me on LinkedIn. Please write a warm message using the hook, relate, bridge, call to action framework. So they book a meeting with me to learn how I can help them get on stage. All right, I'm going to press enter and see what it does. I'm just going to see what it does. Okay, it's kind of lengthy, but it is on point. It is on point with the framework. I hope this message finds you well. That's the hook. Then it's going into, it's relating with them. I can help it recognize our shared passion, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to tell ChatGPT, I like this, but make it short and concise. And now let's see what it does. It timed it up. It timed it up. Okay, so I like this. So play around with these frameworks when you're using ChatGPT. I'm going to give you one more nugget with this, and I feel weird giving this away because I train my team on this. I just don't tell this stuff to the public. So one more thing you can do is you can say, act like a copywriter. This is the sauce right here, okay? Act like a copywriter. And when you do this, you're actually telling ChatGPT what frame of mind you want it to be in. Like you could tell it, act like a serial killer, you know, act like a villain in a Marvel comic who wants to take over the world. I'm telling you, between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m., me and ChatGPT, we get into it. Okay, so right now, tell it act like a copywriter and write another version, short version of the message. So sometimes you have to massage it. All right. I like that. I like that. As a thought leader, your insights are captivating, and I believe it's time to elevate your impact on a larger stage. Rhonda, use this. That's fire. I like that message. Okay, let me go back to the slides. We've got 8 minutes. We've got 8 minutes. Okay. So I've taken you through a live demo already of finding your target audience. I've already shown you how to write persuasive messaging using the hook, relate, bridge, call to action framework. We're almost there. Hang in there, folks. 8 minutes left. Hang in there. Let's keep it going. Push, push, push. And Michelle, yes, go ahead. Please drop the link in the chat for everyone to claim their free gift. I'm going to move into this third phase here. So we talked about how to write your messages. Here are some tools you can use to create video messages and send the videos out on LinkedIn, because video messages get a 354% higher engagement than a written text message on average. Okay. Unless you're really bad at video. But if you're halfway great at video, video is going to get you way more engagement inside of your LinkedIn messaging. If you don't know what to say in your video, use the hook, relate, bridge, call to action framework. That's going to keep it short and concise, and you're going to win. Okay. The tools you're going to use for video are videoask.com, my favorite. Videoask.com. Now, our agency, like, we have our own internal software and tools that we use for video messaging. In fact, when you create a video using our platform, it actually places your prospect's LinkedIn profile in the background. And that really dramatically increases the open rates, because when people see their profile in the background of the video, and like you're down there in the circle in the bottom left or right, they look at it and they're like, is that me? And it makes them play the video a lot more often. And once they open it and play it, you're winning. So if you're not our client, use Video Ask, Veed, or Loom. But our video platform obviously is going to do a whole lot more personalization. All right, here's phase 3. I've got 6 minutes for phase 3. Michelle, do I need to answer a question before I go into the final phase?
Nope, we're all good.
All right, I'm going to plug away. Content is king. So my person in the beginning who has a nonprofit, please create content. Show what your nonprofit is doing. Position your content towards your target audience, especially if you're attracting donors and funders. If you're startups, make content that is both relevant to the people who can use your product or service, but it's also relevant to the startup, to the angel investors who want to fund your business. Content gets you customers. Content converts prospects into paying clients. Now, here's the deal. We all have a LinkedIn account, I think. And inside of your LinkedIn account, you can comment. So if I click on comments, we're going to see where I've commented on other people's posts that show up in my feed. Okay. I've commented on other people's posts that show up in my feed. Why do I want to do such a thing? Listen, your first, second, and third degree connections, they all see your comments. Their first, second, and third degree connections, the person who posted, see your comments. LinkedIn treats your comments as original content. I cannot oversize how powerful this is enough. LinkedIn treats your comments as original content. Okay? That means that the more original content you produce, the more visibility you're going to get on LinkedIn. In fact, the more visibility you get, it says right here on my profile, Jon James contributed to an article. Jon James contributed to an article. Jon James contributed to an article. The more visibility you get by just commenting on people's posts, LinkedIn will start to treat you as an authority and a thought leader yourself, and they will invite you to contribute to LinkedIn articles. That's why they invite me to contribute to LinkedIn articles. So I'm considered a LinkedIn top voice in the category of strategy, email marketing, leadership, and of course, content marketing. All four. I'm a top voice in all four categories. Why? because I'm constantly commenting on other people's posts and writing content, but the comments are treated as content, okay? So make sure you're commenting on other people's posts. Rita, thank you for the compliment. Thank you, thank you. So go ahead and use the link, you guys, and sign up for the free blueprint. And after that, it will prompt you so that we can meet one-to-one. Last thing is this, and then I'm going to go into what our agency does, and that way you guys have an idea if you're reaching out. The last thing is for your video posting on LinkedIn, keep your videos like 30 seconds to 3 minutes tops, right? Keep your videos short and just feel free to experiment with what types of videos are really doing well with your audience. Now, who's still here? I'm going to drop a big tip. We've got 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Give me a yes, yes in the chat. 2 minutes. Here's a big one. Thank you. Wake up, squat, sit-ups, listen, stand up, watch the screen. I'm going to give you this in 60 seconds. Use it, use it, use it. This is the new. I've shown you how to go to ChatGPT and have it write scripts. It can write a script for your videos based on hook, relate, bridge, call to action. Then I want you to go to a website called Synthesia. It's right here on the screen. Like if you have a marketing director, screenshot this. It's going to blow their flipping mind. Go to Synthesia, create a free account, play with it. There are all these avatars and talking heads on Synthesia. You can even upload your own person, and Synthesia will make you into AI, okay? After you create your avatar on Synthesia, go to Pictory. Give Pictory.ai the script from ChatGPT. What I'm giving you right now, I'm teaching in a $2,000 boot camp at the end of September in a full weekend. It's on this screen, okay? Go to Pictory, upload the avatar from Synthesia. That avatar is going to be making a presentation and then post it on LinkedIn. I'm going to show you a super quick example. I literally made this 3 hours ago. Didn't put too much thought into it. Actually, someone on our team made this 3 hours ago. Let me share with sound. And this is an example of what this looks like when you pull all of it together. The image that you see in the upper right is an avatar from Synthesia, but it can be yourself, okay? So for those of you that don't like to get on camera, in fact, hit me up and reach out to me. I can actually send you an affiliate link where you get your personal avatar at a much bigger discount. So Michelle, please drop the free blueprint in the chat, because after you get the free blueprint, it'll show you how to meet with me, and then I can share more things with you. I'm going to play this video. Let me play this.
Are you ready to ignite your business with powerful content that drives results? With ChatGPT, you can unlock the secret to crafting persuasive content that sparks interest and generates leads. Write compelling sales scripts, engaging blog posts, and captivating social media copy that sets your business on fire. But why settle for ordinary when you can create extraordinary? Combine the power of ChatGPT with Synthesia, an AI.
Okay, I'm going to pause it. It's a minute long, but we're up on time. I'm going to pause it because what I want you guys to know is the image there that you see comes from Synthesia. It can be you. The script came from ChatGPT. Pictory.ai populated the background with all the visuals. Now you have no excuse to not make videos and put them on LinkedIn. All right. So this is how you ignite your content. Ladies and gentlemen, I've given you all the gold. I've given you how to grow your business using LinkedIn, how to build authority with your content, how to position your profile, how to find the target audience, how to message the target audience, how to structure your videos, and you've got more. So go to ignitedleads.com and grab your free blueprint. Go to ignitedleads.com, grab your blueprint. If you want to meet with me directly, sign up for the blueprint. After that, it's going to walk you through some instructions for how to meet with me directly. Just so you guys know, here is what we actually do as an agency, because I always get the question like, well, what do you guys do? We run the whole show on LinkedIn. We devise your campaign strategy. We build your profile. We write all your messaging sequences for all your target audiences. You have a dedicated campaign manager managing everything on a daily basis. You've got an appointment setter inside of your inbox, persuading your prospects on LinkedIn to meet with you, to help you raise money, to download your downloads and your digital products, to make appointments with you. You have a dedicated person commenting on other people's posts. We do all of your LinkedIn outreach. We get butts and seats for your webinars. We build your videos and do the video outreach. We even help you plan your LinkedIn lives and make sure people show up. So if you want to get with me directly, first claim your blueprint on ignitedleads.com. Once you claim your blueprint on Ignited Leads, Michelle, please drop that in the chat one more time. Claim your blueprint there, and then I will see you guys on the next page. Thank you for your time. I've been honored to do this with you guys today. Bye-bye.
Jon, thank you so much for these incredible insights. It has been such a lively session on behalf of the Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center and everyone here today. We are just so thankful you joined us.
Thank you so much. This has been fun. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Awesome. And to our audience, we would love for you to join us for upcoming webinars, which you can view using the link that's going to be posted in the chat. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We look forward to welcoming you back online with us soon.